Hey guys, it's Eagle, and welcome back to another episode inside of the Nomifactory mod pack. In the last episode, we made a lot of machines that are going to help us progress through the quest book, and also got some cool tech on the way here that we can get going on with in this episode. If you're enjoying the series, don't forget to hit the like button on this video, and hit subscribe if you want to see more. Got a lot done in between the last episode and this one. I kind of want to take you guys through some of the things that I've been doing. And the first thing here, you can see I have a couple chests here set up. I just, for some reason, went down this deep rabbit hole to enchant more of these diamond mining hammers, and I have them in that chest. I crafted a bunch of them. All of that, I went exploring to get some XP so that I could do that. That was literally the only reason I left, and then it turned into a big adventure of me crafting or of me gathering all of these materials. So we have a lot of unique things here set up. But yeah, so that basically was all that was, a big rabbit hole to collect a bunch of different items. I also made some gadgets from the first part of our quest book in the flux capacitor so that we can store a bunch of power in here to charge some of our items, and a fluxomagnet so we'll pick up items from further away. So just some random stuff that I made in between the last episode and this one. Did some exploring into Ender IO and some of the weapons in here. So charge that up. Yeah. Also, another thing I forgot to show while I was over here at the new base, I put in this wall here. And then I've begun the process of moving over a bunch of these items. So I have a bunch of different types of ingots in here and some random blocks over here. And we're not even close yet, but as we go today, I'm going to want to fill more of these drawers up as well. And what does any good Minecraft Let's Play series need? Some off-camera mining, and we did quite a lot of that. You can see some of the bars and stuff that we smelted on in here, and as you can see, I made another macerator to kind of help process all these ores. So this is just another reason that we need to get that steam grinder rolling. I also thought we needed a task wall, something to kind of keep me motivated and kind of keep me on track for things I want to complete in each stage and each episode here. I already did this in a Google document that I use, but I figured why not put it in here so that we can actually see it in the world. So I have some things here that I want to get done in today's episode, and we kind of see how much of these we can get crossed off. And another thing, back into this base, you can kind of see I have these things sectioned off, and I think I've decided that in here is going to be where our LV machines lie. And in this first little corner here, this 5x5 area, I'm going to bring over that power generation for the sugarcane farm, and I'm going to try to fit that all inside of this 5x5 area right here, and then have the power jumping off here, and then we're going to have the big long line of machines that go along all these three walls. But before I do that, I want to show you kind of what I've done. I actually made a kind of concept in the creative test world that we've been using, so I'm going to jump in there now and show you that. And here we are back in the creative test world. You can kind of see what I'm rocking with here. I dug out a 5x5, so this is the area it's going to be able to live in. So using some of our new technology with the vacuum chest, and we can just go ahead and have these ender conduits that we're going to be making here soon, and we can just have that funnel into a basic drawer with a void upgrade on it so we don't lag out the world. And then I have another steam dynamo in here. So we have two steam dynamos going into this LG energy converter, filling up these batteries even faster. I also found this cool thing that we're definitely going to want to use, the super sound muffler. Makes it to where these pistons don't make any sound. So we can definitely do that and definitely want to do that. All right, and here we are back in the world, and just like magic, copied and pasted this back into the world. Only thing left to do, place down the sound muffler. Oh, that's so nice. Well, I suppose the only thing we have left to do now is go ahead and transfer over our machines. So let's go ahead back over to the base and get that done. The only thing I'm thinking about changing is getting a larger battery buffer. I don't know if I'll make like an 8x one or a 16x, whatever I can make, but yeah, that was one thing that I wanted to make. Let's go ahead and I might need a wire cutter as well, because I need to get all those cables. I actually don't have one here. I know I have some somewhere, but I mean, this is just kind of going into moving everything over finally, and I'll tell you, as I start going here, things became a lot harder to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and we need the energy converter. Okay, energy converter, and that. Got all our batteries as well. And the lathe. Wire mill. Boom. Okay. That's good. The main thing I want to do, I don't know how I want to have this laid out yet. So I'm going to get rid of that and let's start cutting these cables. I don't know exactly how I want to have this all laid out yet. But I'm going to take a second, grab all these cables. I'm going to see if I have any more. So give me a second to go find the other side of my cables, the other cables I have, and get that into the other base. All right, and the battery buffer, I'm going to put that, let's say right here. And I'm going to need to move this a little bit. I want this side to be the output, so that's the input. I want that to be input, this to be output. This should be able to be putting power into this. And what I want to do differently is just put it right on top. I think I can shift or just regular click. I think that might work. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what side needs to be the input, what side needs to be the output on these battery buffers, but let's just try putting these in here. And I guess all I got to do is turn these to input. Right? And then turn it to always active redstone. Same goes with this. And now we're getting some. Are we getting any input of power? We are not, but this thing is filled up. Okay. Well, now. Okay. Now we're getting some power. Very nice. And I can already tell the difference in having two of these. Very cool. And now we can see where our line's going to go. Still getting used to placing these cables. Once again, after a quick little cut, and here we are. We have everything moved over in a nice, cool little line here. The plan here is I'm going to have this conductive iron wire going all the way around, so I can kind of have more machines maybe spread out a little bit, have some more automation going. Because for right now, I literally just have everything set up. I mean, this right here is the extent of my automation. I don't know if there's something else I could be doing, but yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out. I need to get a void upgrade for this drawer. But I'm having trouble finding obsidian, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't know if there's a better way I need to be doing that, but I know for a fact I need to get some of that. Actually, now look on the map there, you can kind of see there might be some straight ahead. So maybe I'll go turn some of that into obsidian and make myself a void upgrade. But as far as what's coming next, I think what we got to do is go over to that task wall over there and see what we want to tick off. And here we are back over at the task wall, and I think the first one we're going to be able to tick off here is this one up here in the middle. The make another dynamo, which we've done. We've moved the power and the machines over, and all we have left to do out of here is make a polarizer. So I've gotten all the ingredients that we need ready in this station over here to craft that polarizer. Bow. There we go. Now we can very easily magnetize our rods without having to waste any more redstone. So we can go ahead and take that down. This one's going to be an ongoing one. Cupronickel, work towards assembler, craft compressor, complete snad quest, make item conduits for power generation, make more bronze. We're halfway done with that. We did the item conduits. All we got to do is make the bronze. So we just got to run some copper and some tin through our macerators to make some dust. Boilers and turbines quest, collect parts for grinder. That will happen after this. Make and test crowbar. That one was just kind of me thinking, I don't know, maybe I won't do that one. So I think what we're going to do is do this one here, the craft compressor. That way we can make some easy rubber sheets, because I notice that's kind of a bottleneck right now. I don't have as much rubber sheets as I would like. So we'll do that one. We'll complete the SNAD quest, even though we've kind of done everything. And then we'll start working towards the cupronickel and the Invar and that kind of stuff. But let's check the quest book out. I know it's been a long time since I've been here and checked the quest book, and I have a lot of quests to complete. Even going on in here in the Genesis tab, I have the flux capacitors one that I completed. I have the fluxomagnet one that I completed. And then that's pretty good there. The next thing I want to do after this, I just thought of this actually. I need to get these fuel catalyzers going. I think that'll just be a good thing to have for my dynamos. But anyway, back into the beginning here, we got a lot of quests to complete. Let's do the LV extractor one, complete. LV autoclave, complete. And now we got the polarizer, complete. Also, we got some obsidian. So I got that obsidian that was behind the other base that I talked about in the last clip. So we got that obsidian. We got over a stack of it. Pulsating iron dust. Okay, perfect. Got that. Pulsating iron, which we have. And then we made the item conduits to use for our power generation setup. This molds task. I made a gear mold. It might just be a little bit confused because I need to make 3 of them. This is actually very easy. I made a mold to craft gears quicker in the last episode. Or not in the last episode, in between the last episode and this one. So we know how to do that. But let's see what we need for this quest here. We have the void upgrade, good. We got the SNAD completed, good. Just need to pick up the vacuum chest and make this redstone clock, which is fairly simple. So I will go gather the ingredients to do that, put some of this stuff away, get the polarizer set up over at the base, and I will be back with you. After placing our polarizer and crafting this redstone clock, I think all I need to do is just pick up this vacuum chest. So let's just pick this up. Oh, that was way too fast. Did you go in my backpack? Did. Well, I might have to force complete this one because I have no idea why that would not be working. But anyway, that's that quest completed, and now we can start working our way into the next task. Okay, and after a little bit of configuring, I managed to get that quest to complete. So anyway, collect our Nomi quarter because I did want that. That's kind of a big reward. But now I think I did everything I need to do to make the compressor. This is purely just it's going to be to help me make it's going to be to help me make some rubber sheets initially because it's taking a long time. And also another thing I realized I need to get figured out is the food situation because I am very tired of eating apples. I have a cow farm over on the other side of the base, but I keep forgetting about it, so it's not working as well as it should. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and slowly walk over here and make the compressor. I have everything in here I need to do so. Make the compressor, boom. All right, I'm not gonna make you sit here and watch me walk back. So I'll be back in 1 second. And after a quick detour to get ourselves some much needed protein, we have the compressor all hooked up, and we're just gonna go right on, make ourselves some rubber sheets. Man, that feels good because I was getting tired of crafting that. That was one of the last things we needed in bulk that we still were crafting by hand, so I'm really glad to watch this thing go. But anyway, I think we got a good amount of machines going here. I think now what we got to do is go over to the task wall in the other building, chop that one down, and then progress into, I believe, cupronickel and Invar. So we'll be able to make all these things here. Heading back over here into the base. I don't know if you can tell, but things are starting to look a little bit more run down around here as we slowly move out. I don't know. Maybe it's saying something. As you can see, I spent a lot of time moving many things out of this base and into the other base. All that's left to do is to clear out these crushed things and get this furnace set up over there in the other base as well. But while we're here, let's go ahead and continue to use this wall. I changed something here and kept this one by itself, but one thing we can take off the wall is this craft compressor and the complete SNAD quest one. We can put that one back down. There we go. Now, another thing that I want to get done, the reason we're coming over here is because I want to work on completing that cupronickel quest, and also require us to make some Invar. So let's go ahead and head back over to the other base, get ourselves the ingredients that we're going to need to make ourselves Invar and cupronickel. So we are going to need not brass, not bronze, but we are going to need copper we're also going to need iron, and then we also want to grab nickel. So this should be all the things that we are going to need. Now, let's go ahead and find our alloy smelter. Good, we can take the gear mold out of here. Don't need that right now. And I believe it is 2 iron for 1 nickel. So we'll do half a stack of our nickel in here, and this should complete our Invar. Good. I don't have this thing configured to auto output yet, but there we go. Got our Invar completed. And now, I'm just gonna wait for this to finish up here. Shouldn't take too long. And then I'll get our Cooper nickel going. All right, and after watching the Invar smelt, we have now completed all of our Cooper nickel as well. So let's go ahead and put these back into the system here. Very nice, there's that quest complete. We'll put this right next to the Invar and the nickel. And then we'll put the copper back in. Very cool. Also getting those elemental quests by getting a stack of certain items. So we're completing quite a bit of those as we go here. But let's go in here, claim our Nomi nickel. Let's also go ahead and claim our one from the compressor as well. All right, so that kind of puts us in a cool spot. Now I think what we're going to want to do is, that's a good spot to be, but I don't want to even think about making a blast furnace until I've got the grinder set up, because I have a lot of ores and things that I need to process, and I'm getting multi-block fever. So I got to get this multi-block built first. So in order to do that, we got to get this boilers and turbines quest. In this case, it goes into the augments for the thermal turbines. So we're gonna need to put one of these into our into one of the dynamos. So we'll have to make another dynamo, which is fine, not a big deal. Or 2, I'm not sure. It's not too bad to make, but we just need an iron gear, a copper plate, and some glass, which isn't too bad. Or it doesn't need quartz. I don't think it needs quartz. I think it just needs any kind of hardened glass. How do we do that then? Fused glass. Fused. Is there like a base one? It's just dyed. You can just dye any. There's no base recipe. Okay. Is there like a clear? I don't know. I am going to try it with glass, but if not, I'm not sure. We'll figure it out, because I don't know why. I don't know why that's so hard to find the actual recipe for. I would think it would be this one, but whatever. So let's go ahead and figure out what we're going to need. A couple copper plates, a bucket, and an iron gear. Luckily, I have this gear mold set up in... Is it the... I think it's the alloy smelter. Yeah, I think I can put that in the alloy smelter. Let's see. Yep, and create gears that way. So we need an iron one. So let's get some more iron. All right. You know what? Let's make half a stack of gears. That should be 4 of them. Put that into the alloy smelter. And that's going to take some time, so we'll let that go. Also, we're going to need copper plates, which we do have some in one of our crafting stations over at the other base that we've yet to transfer, but I'm going to make more while we're here. Let's just get used to using these. So, bending machine. We want to put in program circuit 1. Shift right click, and this should be crafting plates. Cool, so we've got that going. We've got our 1 iron gear we need. Have our 2 plates we need. And let's go back in and see what we need again. We need a bucket, which I have a bucket. It's just full of water. And then we're gonna need, hopefully, just a piece of glass. So let's, I don't know where we're gonna put this for right now. Let's dig a hole here. And let's get the last part that we're going to need is glass, which I know we have one. All right, well, I guess there's nothing left to do but try and craft this bad boy. Here, here, here. Okay, so we do need a special glass. how we make that is a great question. Okay, maybe it needs some kind of quartz glass. All right, well, give me 1 second to figure out what exactly type of glass we're going to need to make that, and then I will be back. Went down a bit of a rabbit hole there, but in looking on how to make that fused quartz glass, I realized that in order to do so, I was going to have to make more of these molds, which completes this quest for us. So let's go ahead and grab that Nomi quarter. But yeah, so all we have to do is go into the alloy smelter, use our block mold, and I believe we can use just regular quartz, and it should spit out, let's see, 1 fused quartz. Okay, very cool. Well, use 3 of them to make 1 fused quartz. Not bad at all. So now we are ready to craft our... Oh no, what did I mess up? Oh, it was just very confused. Anyway, we got our boiler augmentation. Very nice. So this, I believe, we can put into one of the slots here for the steam dynamo, and it will turn it into creating steam power. Instead of making it into RF energy, it'll make it into steam power, which we're going to need for our grinder. And the next part of that is the turbine conversion, which is very similar to what we had, but all we got to make is this redstone conductance coil, which is going to take 3 gold rods and 4 redstone, which we should also have. But goodness gracious, let's click some things back into our storage system. Okay, so redstone. Didn't bring over any redstone yet. Of course I didn't. But you know what I did bring over? Gold rods. Don't ask why. Don't know why I did, but I have gold rods. Anyway, let's just utilize our /home here. Oh, never mind. Utilize our /home here and just go get the redstone we're gonna need. Let's just go ahead and bring that. Here's some other random dust. I need to figure out what I want to do with them. Some of this is for what I have plans for the steam grinder, because there's some bronze in there, but we're gonna need a lot more than what's in that. So it's basically nothing right now. But while we're here, let's just go ahead and craft ourselves the conductance coil. Very cool. Okay, so that was the most complicated part of that out of the way. Okay, back into this, the turbine augmentation. Iron ingot, iron gear, copper plates. We have everything we need for that. We just got to grab ourselves 1 iron ingot. Click this. Here, here, and here. There we go. Very cool. Oh, I need 2. Okay. Oh, thank God, we have enough. Okay. All right. That was almost a disaster. And by disaster, I mean a very minor inconvenience. Okay. And then once again, we're going to need just 1 iron ingot and our second turbine conversion. I don't know exactly what we're going to need to do with that, but we'll figure it out. But there we go. There's that quest completed. Claim ourselves our Nomi nickel. So, I mean, that's everything we need. Now we can really start making some of this. But in order to do that, as you can see, we are going to need a lot of bronze. We have the bricks we're going to need. That's not an issue, but we will need the bronze plates. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to handcraft these. I'm going to make them in an assembler. So it's just a matter of getting that built. So before we can get that started, we need to figure out how we're going to get the assembler made. So let's go back into the quest book. I know it's down here in the bottom. We're going to need the robot arm first. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a second and kind of plan out how I want to get that done. Okay, well, after a long and arduous amount of task crafting that I just went through, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the assembling machine done this episode, but I will have it done before the start of the next episode. But in order to get ready for that, I did go ahead and craft, or get the things I needed to craft, the LV robot arm. Boom. We got that done. Also, the reason it was so difficult was partly because I didn't have any of those recipes locked in these crafting stations over here. So I spent a lot of time checking and getting the recipes set up. So I have this one finally set up for making LV circuits. So I have all this stuff in here. I need to make LV circuits very easily. So that took a little bit of time. And then over here, I got the recipes locked for a motor, piston, and now the LV robot arm. So we got that done. Also, while I was doing that, and this was a lot easier to craft, I did the conveyor module, which just took some rubber sheets and a couple LV electric motors. The electric motors are not too bad to make. I crafted up like 10 of them to craft a lot of the stuff we needed. So let's go ahead and claim this and claim the robot arm Nickel. And we have all the prerequisites that we're going to need for this assembling machine. However, the problem that I have is that in order to make the basic assembling machine, we need 2 of each. So that's not very fun. 2 of each of these robot arms, which require a lot. So we needed quite a lot. Each one of these takes a circuit. So we need a total of, what is that, 4 circuits? Yeah, 4 circuits just to make the one basic assembling machine. We also need to get the recipes locked for the machine holes, which shouldn't be too bad. But I'm still having problems trying to figure out where I want to put everything and finding all the recipes. But other than that, so we're in a good spot. But it's going to take a little bit of time in between episodes for me to just kind of do some mindless crafting and gathering of some of these materials. But before that, I also took an entire 3 stacks of copper and 1 stack of tin and made ourselves a good amount of bronze dust. So I can smelt all of this, and I'm going to be honest, it might be enough for what we're going to need. I also have the bricks we're going to need to make all of the grinder parts. So if we do this, we need 6 per 2, and we need, what does it say, 22, so 11 times 6, we need 66 ingots to make all of those. Done. Okay, so we just need 66 ingots just to make the casings, which is the majority of it. So I would say we have no problem. We'll have enough to make everything we need for that grinder. But last thing I wanted to do before I call this episode here is I wanted to go back over to the base and grab our smelting setup. I may not grab all of the stuff that it's got ready to smelt, but I'm just going to grab the golden furnaces and bring them over to the base, as well as the hoppers that we have. So have that over here, and that'll be just about everything that we need over. Very cool. We got some of the remaining charcoal and our gold furnaces. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now, in the next episode, for sure, I'm really excited to get that boiler going and we can get more stuff automated, but I'm really excited to get that assembly machine going. I have been waiting for that, and I feel like that's a very big moment in the progression as a GregTech player, and not having to use the hand tools anymore. I feel like that's a big step. So we want to save that for, the next episode so that we can really get into the nitty gritty here. But before I finish, I realized I went on a little bit of a mining spree earlier and collected some diamonds, and I couldn't remember why I did it, but now I do. The reason I did it is because I wanted to upgrade these gold furnaces into 2 diamond furnaces. Very nice. Okay, cool. Then we're going to have that set up somewhere. Oh, I'm going to be honest. I don't know exactly why I have 3 hoppers. Actually, I think I do know, but that's irrelevant. But let's figure out. Okay, so let's put the furnaces. Let's do them right here. Then we can do there and then there, and they should be able to open still. Perfect. Let's go. Let's grab some chests. I know I have some chests over here. At least I thought I did. All right, give me 1 second to go grab those chests, and then we'll get this thing set up. And once again, like magic, we are back in, and we have everything we need. It looks like the chest and the other hopper went inside of a hopper, so it was in the chest back at the other base. But we have this thing set up now. Let's go ahead and use our diamond furnaces for the first time, and wow, I really like the 7-spot buffer with an 8-spot output. 9, technically, if you count this, so that's really cool. So let's go ahead and take our bronze and divvy it up evenly here, and then we can really see how fast these are going to work for us. Let's go ahead and put that in there, and wow, That is awesome. So that's going to give us all the bronze we're going to need to get that bronze grinder going, or that steam grinder going. We have all the all of the augmentations we're going to need to get ourselves to the steam. We have all of the crafting recipes made for the assembler. It's just going to take a little bit of a grind here off camera that I won't make you guys sit through to have all the stuff we're going to need to make those machines. But I'll tell you what, I'm really excited for what's to come. If you guys are enjoying this episode, enjoying this series, don't forget to like this video. And if you want to see more and you want to stick around, or you just I don't know, want to just hang out, I guess, that's fine too. I won't say anything. I won't mind at all. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Other than that, I'm really excited for the next episode to come. It has been Eagle. Peace.